Good morning. My name is Jim Russell. I am chairman of the committee. At this time, I'd like to call a roll and have Mr. Secretary please call the roll if you would. Please.
Okay, Doug Booth,
Here.
Dave Helwig here, Jim Russell,
Here.
Stephen Beasley.
Yeah.
And Louis Mel.
Thank you. There are sufficient committee members present for the quorum. Does any member of the committee have a pecuniary interest or conflict of interest in this application?
No.
None. Very good. Approval of minutes, last minutes. We now will proceed with the acceptance of the minutes from the previous meeting of February 12th, 2020. As circulated. Moved. So moved. Okay. Seconded. Second. Thank you. Okay. Are there any questions or corrections? I guess we don't have to do that. We have a motion has been moved. Okay, may I have a show of hands in favor of the motion? And we just did that, so we'll carry. Okay. Application for consent or minor variance. Our first order of business today will be to consider the request for a minor variance application number A-02-2026 submitted by Nick and Angelina Silva relating to 723 Bengarvey Street, Point Edward. The purpose of the minor variance is to seek relief from section 5.2D3 under the comprehensive zoning bylaw 25 of 2012 to reduce the required setback of the exterior side yard from the minimum required 6 meters to 0.7 meters. Approval of this minor variance will result in the continuation of partially built drive shed to remain 0.07 meters from the exterior lot line. Planning Act requires the public meeting to be held in order to allow the committee to receive input from the general public about the proposed variance. Notice of this meeting have been posted and circulated to owners in the area affected, as well as the agencies. Staff report will be provided Mr. Jared Preston, planner of the Village of Point Edward. Jared, will you please proceed?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee, members of the public. My name is Jared Preston. I'm a planner for the County of Lambton, just been at the county for just over 3 years. And I've been providing planning services for the Village of Point Edward for around the same time. So we're looking at application today, A-02-2026 on 723 Bengarvey Street. So on the corner of Bengarvey and Front Street. So what we're looking today is the applicants are seeking to obtain a minor variance to allow for the continuation of an existing 14.86 meter squared, 160 foot square partially built drive shed that's located 0.7 meters from the exterior lot line. So the next slide here is the table we have. So in the white there is what is required. So under the zoning bylaw for accessory buildings and structures, section 5.2D3 requires a minimum exterior side yard width of 6 meters. And what we're looking today at is the applicants are proposing 0.7 meters. So it's a 5.3 meter reduction to the required minimum 6 meters. So I have met the applicant on site and I took some site photos of the property. So this is the existing single detached dwelling on the property. It's under renovation, I believe, right now. The applicant can correct me.
That's correct.
Next slide is this is the drive shed that's in question today. This is the site photo of the neighboring property right to the north on Bengarvey in front. And this is a side view of what the setback looks like right now with the shed. And next slide is a site photo of what the rear yard looks like. Again, there's just work being done right in the back. And then this is the rear portion of the drive shed. And Nick, that's a concrete pad right behind there, right?
That's a concrete pad, and all we did was mimic the property across the road. They have double swing gates, so if you wanted to park like a little trailer or something back there, you just pull it in, close your gates, and then so no structure to be on there at all.
Thank you. Next slide is, so this is an aerial photo of the neighborhood. So as you can see in that light blue box right there, that is that is the property boundaries of 723 Ben Garvey. It is zoned residential 1R1. So that zone does permit single detached dwellings with residential accessory buildings. So a shed of this type would be appropriate for this property. Again, the next slide shows again, this is just an aerial photo. This is the approximate location of where the proposed shed is going, so in that purple box. And if you can see in those bold black letters, that is the proposed setback 0.7, 0.71 meters. What's being asked for today. So I'm just gonna go over planning's application review of this application. We're dealing with something that was built ahead of time. It's about 160 square feet. It does not require a building permit. However, even if your accessory building doesn't require a building permit, you still have to meet zoning. So that's why we're here today going over this. So this application does meet the 4 tests of minor variance. And the one test of minor variance is to say whether the variance is minor or not. Again, we have to look at things uniquely on a case-by-case basis because although this is a major variance numerically, there's no defined definition of a minor variance. So we have to look at other factors that are not just numerical factors. If there was a numerical definition, this would not pass the test of a minor variance, just because it's an 80% plus variance asked today. Staff found that this does not conflict with the intent of the provincial planning statement, county and village official plan and zoning bylaw. This is the only variance that's being looked at today. We have no lot coverage issues, no height and setback requirements. All the other height and setback requirements for the zoning bylaw are met for this site. It meets all the general requirements of the village zoning bylaw. And this was the most important thing I looked at for this property is the site triangle. So there's a 9-meter site triangle for any exterior lot in the village that has to be met. And no building or structure can be placed within that 9-meter site triangle for safety reasons for cars turning onto front and then onto Ben Garvey. So because due to the location of where it is, those site triangle provisions are met in the zoning bylaw. It takes away any of those safety concerns of the location of that drive shed. Community character concerns we also addressed. We looked at it as, look, right now, this place is under renovation. It's gonna match well with the neighboring homes in the areas. We looked at the one right across the road that has a dry shed kind of at the same location. The house is gonna be built to standards of what that street looks like. And we feel like it's gonna be a lot better than what the existing situation is. So we look at those things as well, especially when we have a big numerical variance. We have to prove why something like this is appropriate for the site. So I'm gonna go to my recommendation here. So staff recommends that the Village of Point Everett Committee of Adjustment approve minor variance application A02-2026, subject to the following conditions. And this is a condition that staff is gonna put to the committee to see if they feel that this is appropriate. Just walking to the site, you can walk right up to the drive shed, so there's no boundary, like fence boundary that divides the shed and the road. So you can see the drive shed pretty clearly. So if you want some privacy or you just want to limit access into that property, staff do recommend, just for community character, that the owner construct a solid board fence along the exterior lot line from the rear lot line to the corner of the building. And again, that will be up to the committee of adjustment to make a decision on that condition, whether that's something they want or not. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Are there any questions from the committee members or those present for this proposal?
Peter, I have a question regarding the fence you just mentioned. You say that it goes only to the corner of the shed. That is also to enforce the 9-meter triangle, am I right? You can't extend beyond the fence, beyond the corner, northward, or else you might get into that 9-meter triangle. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, so the way we'd have the fence constructed, and again, we can work with the applicant on that as well, it wouldn't go into the site triangle at all.
Just building a little bit on your question is, I could ask the applicants. Is there any intention of putting any shrubs or anything there by your driveway?
Zero at all.
No, zero at all, because I'm
We had,
looking at this.
we had constructed the home with stone.
Yeah.
And then we carried the stone onto the shed, so we want to display as much as that, and that's why Jared and I discussed if we start the fence at the back corner, we solve the problems there.
Very good, thank you. It's answered my good, but yes, question.
The pad. You said you wanted a gate so you could put something onto the pad so that would cut into the fence, correct?
Correct.
That might be, like, the county is not gonna give you approval to do that.
And these were all just open suggestions, like I said, we kind of went south on the topic of us trying to mimic the property across, so if something gets said for. You want a solid fence, then a solid fence will go there, and that'll just be a new barbecue area or something. Type thing in the back.
Any other questions? Questions, Jim?
When you say the corner, you're referring to the southeast corner of the shed?
Correct.
Yeah, it would be back corner of the shed, it would not go into the north side.
So I'm gonna add that into your just the word southeast.
Okay.
Into your recommendation, just to be clear, if the committee chooses to do that, I think we should add that word.
This is a new build, is it, the shed itself? No, it's a.
The shed itself is a brand new build,
Brand-
yes.
Okay, so the construction started and then came to your attention at some point in time that a variance was required? Is that what you're saying?
100%, yes.
Gotcha.
And then we stopped all work and
Gotcha.
Anybody else? Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the application?
I think Jared did a great job in putting the presentation that I kind of wanted to prepare for you guys to see, like, we didn't intentionally to do anything, but we just, like I said, we just duplicated the house across the road. It's beautiful. We tried to just do the same thing, and that's where we're at today.
Okay. Questions?
Not so much question, but a statement more or less. I wish in our presentation, we would have also included the house on Hauser Street to his south. Its lot line practically mimics also what you're doing.
There's about 4 of them
Yeah,
along Front
yeah.
Street, so that's
I mean,
why
you could,
we were confused the whole time, but we just said, okay, well, we're gonna stop and.
right, and
do
you
this
could,
properly
seems to me
now.
to practically draw a line from the house on Hauser.
Yes, yeah.
And that's,
Pretty well, that's why I was looking as well, and
Yeah.
the photos and look and stuff, right, it's pretty well, I agree with you, yeah. Yes, move the motion, okay. Is there, is there anyone who'd like to speak in opposition of the application? No one? Are there any other questions or comments for the presenter? Okay. Can I get a motion? To accept.
a second.
Okay, good. Okay, are there any further questions or comments? Are there any further questions or comments from the committee members? No, is the committee prepared to make a decision at this time? Okay. We are, move to accept?
I moved to accept.
Okay, second?
Second.
Second. Thank you. We have a motion regarding the request, okay, I got that. I'm just kind of read from some of the news I gave you. If there, it has been moved from the request from the minor variance be approved, denied, subject to the recommendation including there. If any, the seconder, it has been duly moved. And it's up. So we accept the motion. Okay. The motion is carried. Appeals may be made to the local planning appeal tribunal against this decision of the committee within the prescribed timeframe. If you wish to be notified of this decision of the committee of adjustment in respect to the proposed minor variance, you may provide a written request. Is there any other business stuff you'd like to discuss? Okay. I asked that we adjourn this group. Yeah. So,
Nice.
motion carried.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Because you guys have done, I love that brick.
Oh, hi.
That brick is beautiful.